Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you are doing good. Okay, today we are going to discuss what is actually English literature, its definition, its importance, and then its background. Okay, students, first you should have an idea that what is actually literature. Then you would come to know that what is English literature. Literature, the general definition of literature is that it's actually the reflection of society. So we can say that if that literature has been written in English language, then definitely that literature would be English literature. If that literature has been written in Urdu language, then that literature would be Urdu literature. And if it's the same with the other languages as well, with the other literature as well, that if any literature that has been written in Spanish, French, or Chinese language, then definitely we will say that that literature belongs to Chinese or Spanish or French literature. Okay, students, I have discussed the general definition in the previous slide. Here we have an authentic definition, you can say that. Because I have added two different authors' perspective, because it's also compulsory that if you are borrowing some words from different authors, then you should, quote that I have taken these words from that particular author. So now come to the main point, that what is the viewpoint of brother Azuran. What he is actually saying, that literature actually shows the feeling of people that's related to his or her society, to the government, to his or her surroundings, or to his to his fellow men, to his people, and to his also to his god as well. And Van Dyck says that literature is actually it's the piece of writing that you can interpret the meaning of nature and life as well, in the powerful words, those powerful words actually touch the author's personality, whatever the form it is. Okay, now you should have an idea that what is actually literature. Now, here we have its purpose, because purpose is also very important, that you should know about that what is actually the purpose of anything, right? And the purpose of literature is that the very first one is catharsis. It means that you are releasing something, and at the same time that you are getting relief. For example, if you are get depressed, and then if you will write at that time, then definitely your depression would be faded, would be removed, right? And the second one is a sense of accomplishment. It's like if you are writing, then it would feel like that your something has been completed. The third one is to delight the readers. Definitely, it's also the beauty of literature that, for example, if you are reading any particular sort of literature, then definitely that literature would delight you. Okay, and it's actually like you can say that the purpose of literature is to give pleasure to his reader, to his audience. And also at the same time, literature also gives us awareness about that particular thing in which that literature has been written. Okay, students, now you should have an idea that what is actually the purpose of literature. Now, here we have the importance as well. Everything has its importance, and literature has also its importance. Now, the very first one is it's like literature gives us inspiration. Like it inspires us to do something, and then it also enhances our creativity. And the other one is like it also sharpens our intellectual ability. Then we can learn to recognize that how we can criticize something, we can criticize on that particular thing in which that literature has been written. And the third one is like, for example, if you are reading any book, and then that book belongs to the 18th century, then you would feel like that you are traveling in the 18th century. It's also the quality of any literature, that if you are reading any literature, then that literature would capture you so much in that thing, that you would feel like that you are in that book, that you would feel yourself in that book. And also, like in the literature we come to know about different cultures, because as I have mentioned earlier, that literature is actually the reflection of society. And then what happens in the society, it's the cultures that's going on. And it's and if we are reading any book, then definitely we come to know about that particular culture as well. And then, if the writer has used any word that belongs to, for example, if you are reading any book that belongs to 18th or 19th century, and the writer has used the word that is actually belongs to 18th or 19th century, then you're not supposed to find that meaning, that word, in the 20th or 21st century. Then definitely you should find the meaning in that period in which that book has written. Okay, it's also, like, you can say, a suggestion for you, because meaning is something that changes over the time. And then we should actually find the meaning of any particular word, in that year in which the book has written. Okay. Now, students, that that we discuss a lot of things in actually in the history of anything, right? And then I cannot complete it in 2 or 3 slides, and that's why I have added the names of all the phases and ages that we will discuss in the other classes, one after the other. And I will also tell you in detail about all the phases and what was actually the relation, and what's actually the thing is lacking in that particular period, in that particular age, and what was the thing that the writers or the people or the audience actually inspired, and that things lead to the other to lead to the other movement or other age as well. Okay, in this slide, I have added also the names. So just be ready for the next classes that you are going to come to know about all the phases one by one. I hope, students, that you have enjoyed my class, and if you have enjoyed, then do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.